Welcome to today's episode of Ask Me Anything AWS. Today's question is from Toby. He asked, one question I have is, do you need to code for your role as a solutions architect? It's a great question, Toby, and let's dive into it now.
Life is good.
My name is Martini. I'm a solutions architect at AWS. I've been here for about a year now, and I did the solutions architect internship last year where I've converted that into a full-time role. So let's answer this question. I think this is a really interesting one. Long story short, no, I don't think you need to know how to code, but there's a few caveats and I want to go into them. By the way, if you're preparing for a big tech interview, I've got some resources down below. Click on my link. I've made a free Notion template on some best practices and tips to prepare for your interviews, so you can just check them off as you go along. A little background about myself. I have learned to code. I've been coding since I was about 12 years old, and I've worked as software engineers in various different companies. As an solutions architect, I do know how to code. However, there are many people on my team and other solutions architects that don't know how to code, and I do not think that's a problem. Let me tell you why. As a solutions architect, your job is to design architectures and solutions for your customers' problems, and you design these solutions by picking the right AWS service for the job. Now, where coding does help in this role is that you're then able to actually build projects with AWS services and actually test them out. I think being able to build something and be hands-on with it's just going to provide you that extra depth of knowledge into a service. And one of your customers may ask you, like, have you ever used this before? And you can give them sort of like developer tips. Coding is definitely one of those nice to haves, but it's not a requirement. However, what I would suggest, if you don't know how to code and you do want to be a solutions architect, definitely go apply. However, if you have some spare time, just learn a few basics about coding. I think the best thing you can do here is like 2 scones and 1 butter or something like that, is learn to code whilst building a solution on top of AWS. That way you're learning AWS and learning to code. If you do want to do that, go build a serverless applications, go check some resources online, and I think that will help you a lot. And if you have any other questions about AWS internships, early career, interviews, or anything and everything in the world, drop it in the comments below and I'll answer it in a future video.